Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet and we're back here for another episode of our career mode save with ETS2 with the Custard Haulers, and you can see we are going to be taking some forklifts and we are going to be back in the West Balkans, and we're going to be taking them from Mostar in Bosnia and Herzegovina to Ancona in Italy. There's good reason for this. We'll talk about all of that in a second, because I did say I wanted to mix things up a little bit rather than just focusing on the kind of next goals, but we will talk a little bit about next goals following on from exploring the Germany rework. And yeah, so this should be a fun one. I haven't been in the West Balkans for a little bit, but I do quite enjoy Croatia in the game, so I thought I would pick this up. Not quite sure how to get out of here, but I'm sure we will figure this out together, folks. So the job is 220 kilometres. It's we're only getting about £6,000 to £7,000 or €1,000 out of it, so it's really not going to get us a whole bunch of money. But it feels like that is almost like a hidden road down there. But I think we're good. I'm just going to try and get this round here without losing the back of the truck and not knocking that car into next week. So let's have a look at what the route that we're going, and all will become clear on this route. So we're coming out of Mostar here into Croatia. So we've done all this before, and we come over into Ancona. And the reason we're doing this, it's part of the captain achievement. So if you're not sure what that achievement is, there are two ports in Italy. I think there's more than two, but they have Cantere Navale sites, and you basically got to deliver to these two sites. So this will be number one in Ancona. There's a second one in Messina, which is down here somewhere. There is another one actually in Olbia, but that does not form part of this achievement. So those are the two that you need to do. Delivery to Ancona and to Messina, can be anything to the Cantere Navale delivery site. So yeah, hence the captain achievement. So that's what we're doing. We're doing the first one of those today. Nice little short drive, but I did want to kind of do a little drive in, particularly along this region, because I remember this being a really, really nice little drive. It might have been here, which was really, really nice, but it's a pretty decent country to drive in, and we're going to do a little time lapse as we go. So let's head off, and what I might do initially is we'll just talk a little bit more about some of the other stuff that's happening in the game, because there has been a little bit of an announcement, and I did talk about this. We're in the Aluxon, which is some sort of mining company, I think. Yeah, well, there is a little bit of detail that's come out from SCS, and I talked about in the ATS video, but I want to talk about it here as well, because I think this could be absolutely awesome. They have announced the next part of the driving academy, which I think, I half thought there was a hidden road there. I haven't got all the hidden roads in the West Balkans yet, most of them, but not all of them. Yeah, so in the driving academy, they are talking about the truck driving proficiency. So they're not saying when this is going to happen. It's not in the next update. We know that already, but what we can say is that it is on the cards. It is happening soon. What that's going to look like, there's some much more challenging scenarios. They use the phrase to test even the best drivers to the limit, which frightens me. And if you haven't seen it yet, go and have a look at some of the pictures on there. There's one of them which looks absolutely mental. I don't even know what's going on there. There's just trucks everywhere, and I guess you've got to somehow move things around. This looks pretty awesome. I think we've got a little photo op here. Absolutely. I don't even recall this. This looks so nice. Yeah, so it's going to be a real challenge. They have taken, apparently there's going to be no of the little video tutorials that they had at the start of each one, so it's going to be a little bit harder like that. From the photos, it looks like there's going to be different driving conditions to deal with, so that will be fun. So dealing with, looks like fog, heavy rain, and a whole bunch of other things. So we're going to have to make sure that you are on your game, and there's some serious challenges that I think that folks will have to deal with, and kind of work your way through those challenges to get to the end of them. I think they've changed a bunch of other things in there to determine how success is decided. So it was just you finish the scenario, but here there will be additional challenges that they'll add to your they'll add to things. So I'm really excited about that. I think I love what they're doing with the driving academy, and I really do want to try it in ATS. If anyone has tried it in ATS and ETS2, please let me know if it's different. Is it worth kind of thinking about there? Sort of looking at that in a video for the ATS series. Let me know. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get my little head away, and then we are going to drive all the way through to what I did there. We're going to drive all the way through down to the coast here, and you're going to jump along with the ride with a little time lapse. Well, hello folks, well over half the way now to Split, and yeah, you probably, apologies for my camera in the early part of this video, it looked really bad. Not sure what was up with him, but I just had to kind of restart it. It was a bit glary and slightly out of focus, which was a little weird, but yeah, that's the price of having a relatively cheap webcam. But yeah, you also probably saw me going a little bit wild with the driving. I was trying to do a panoramic shot, sort of going all 360 around the truck. But obviously, if you're trying to drive at the same time and everything's going round, it's kind of hard to remember which way is left and which way is right when you're doing it. And I kind of lost my bearings a little bit there. But yeah, so that brings me nicely on to one of the things that I asked you lovely folks about in the last episode about things that annoy you on the road, types of driver or types of vehicle that really frustrate you on the road. And thank you for everyone seems to have their own pet peeve about that, and everyone has their own very specific one, which is interesting. But yeah, we had a few of them, and just share some of those with you. So from our resident truck driver, and this makes a lot of sense. So people not using their indicators, truckers find that hugely frustrating, particularly when they're waiting to come out into a road, because they've got to get the whole of what's behind them out as well. And if you're not indicating and you're coming into that road and they can go, or give them a flash or something, then that's going to be hugely annoying. Micro Pizza did say he was waiting about 12 minutes at a junction just because people weren't doing this, or were doing this far too much. So there's a lesson to us all: be nice to be nice to truckers, not other truckers. But we got to come off here. Yeah, so that's one. Tailgating. That was a big one. I think that was Megatron Decepticon who said that. People who are tailgating, even when you're going at the correct speed, it is really annoying, isn't it? That is absolutely, it's hugely frustrating when they're sort of, you can just see them, they're sitting in the back of your car, massively annoying. You think, well, if I put the brakes on, they will be sitting in the back of my car, and I'll probably be sitting on the road somewhere. So yeah, tailgaters not good, particularly when they're doing it at speed. That just feels really unsafe. So I'm fully on board with that. And lane hoggers as well. Thank you to our Floridian commenter who did talk a little bit about in a previous episode. We're talking about which lanes you should be driving in the US. But yeah, he was sort of talking about people who just sit in that fast lane and just don't bother moving. So yeah, nice to see it's exactly the same as we have over here. That's just one of the worst possible things. People who just kind of sit. Often it's middle lane hogs. I think people who sit in the outside lane, I think they tend to get moved on quickly with people flashing them behind. But it's all very frustrating. So thank you very much for sharing all of those because I am with you with all of those frustrations. Awesome. Right, well, we're not far away. I'll show you where we are. We've just coming into Split. We've got not very far to go until we get to the ferry, and then actually once we get over there, it's pretty much as you might expect, given that this is one of the port facilities. It's right there. So we just have to we just got to be a bit sensible, get on the ferry, jump off it, and we are all good. So folks, I am going to leave you for a little bit longer as we're just moving into that area, and we'll finish up. And I want to talk a little bit about plans going forward, just to end things up. Right, folks, we're back. Really not far to go, as you can see, to get to our ferry. We are driving through the city centre of Split. It's a lovely sort of leafy, tree-lined set of streets on a beautiful day. So Very much enjoying this little drive. There's some really nice cities actually in the West Balkans. Not just in general, I'm sure there is in general, but actually the way they've put them into this DLC, you can really sort of see how things have evolved from here to where they've got to in Greece, which is just epic. It has to be said. Oh, I remember this bit. It all gets a little bit confused, doesn't it, here? But that's fine. We're going all the way down the end. We're a little bit over speed, so let's just try and keep control there. And yeah, let's talk a little bit about what next after we've kind of completed most of those cities in Germany. There is still Mannheim left. I realised we had already done Munich, so it's just one city remaining. I think we'll leave that for now because it feels like a bit of a waste of time just to look at Mannheim, and it's not one of those big cities that you think this is going to be really nice. I might be wrong about that, but hopefully we will get to that in the future at some point. So what I'm planning to do is to start taking a little bit of a drive over towards the Iberia DLC, so Spain and Portugal, and we're going to have a good old look around there. I think that's going to be an epic amount of fun. So I hope you'll be up for that. I think a lot of people, that may be a bit of a DLC that's relatively new that folks haven't necessarily had a proper good look round, or maybe not in a little while. So yeah, join us in that. Let us know if you're excited about going to see Iberia. And interspersed with all of this, I'm wanting to continue on some of these other sort of achievements that we've started. The Orient Express achievement is one that I'm really keen to get, but I keep looking for that first leg to Strasbourg. I just never see it. I think I've seen it once, but there was something else that I desperately needed at the same time. So I really, really need to get that. So that will come as soon as I see that. That will be, what we do. Right, we're going to Ancona or Ancona. So we'll be doing that. I want to get the second one of this captain achievement. That's good. So we'll be going to Messina. And here we are. It's dark, but let's get those lights on. As you can see, not far to go. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to exploring a little bit more. But then I also want to do the outstanding drives for the special transport and the heavy cargo DLCs, because so I've got 2 or 3 left for both of those, with basically doing all of them, all of the different types of delivery. So yeah. I want to do the locomotive. I haven't seen that. I was looking for that in quick jobs, could not find it. So I guess not all of them turn up all of the time. But yeah, so I am looking forward to having a go at that, as well as a bunch of other things. So yeah, if there are particular drives that you would like to see, particular routes that I haven't done that you think would be good to see on the channel, then please let me know, because that's exactly what I would love to do. I know a lot of you do. Yeah, big thank you to Megatron Decepticon, who does often let me know if there's a particular route that he's driven that he thinks will be good for the channel. So I really appreciate that. But if you've got your own ideas there, let me know. Right, folks, not far away at all here in Ancona. Just gonna make our way here. It's 43 minutes past midnight. It's time to have a little bit of a sleep, although we had a bit of a sleep on the ferry. I think we'll have a little bit more of a sleep once we get to our delivery location. Doesn't look like the nicest place around here to have fun. Looks a very industrial location, but that's fine. We can make our own entertainment in the cab. Right, folks, we're taking a right here. What is this reverse going to be like? And I still need to get on the Renault. I keep putting that off. Yeah, so we want to go we're going wide there, and then yeah, here we go, and into, this is it, Cantere Navale. It's quite an easy little achievement to get this, so yeah, well worth having a look at it if you haven't done so already. It's just right. That's weird. My truck isn't actually turning. Come on, truck, turn. That's better. That's very odd. It just kept going straight. Right, I look forward to seeing what this is. It's a 40. Oh, it doesn't look particularly scary, but so we're going up here. It's going to be on the left there. I'm going to be sad actually to leave this truck. I've really enjoyed this DAF. I mean, look at that. Look at that sort of dashboard setup. Does that not look awesome? Really like that. Considering the dashboard setup I've got at the minute in ATS, which looks like it's been something from the 1970s. This one looks really good. Right. Right. No, I didn't do that very well, folks. I didn't do that very well at all, so what the heck am I doing? I don't even know. I don't even know. Right, I can sort of see it out of the back there, but just would like to see this a little bit better. I think I need to go a little bit back this way. Just want to be able to see it out of this mirror. What am I stuck on? Ah. That I did not see. Well, that explains it. It was harder than it looked because I didn't see that little guy there. So we've got to kind of come in from this angle, I think. Sneaky. Right, there it is. I see it. Nope, don't go too much. Egypt. Just need to get. This makes it that little bit more tricky, doesn't it? That little bit more. I think we got it. That's not bad, really. Not bad at all. That is a sneaky little one. I did not see that. So 1 out of 2 for captain achievement. We'll be looking to pick up the second one of those relatively shortly. 39 out of the 40 levels. We're not actually getting anything more from these levels as far as I can work out. We can't add these skill points to anything else, so we're just racking them up, and it's all for fun, really. I don't know what the point of them is beyond that. It'd be nice if you could do something with them. Maybe trade them in for a paint job or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, folks, I really hope you enjoyed that one. Something a little bit different, going back to West Balkans, going back to Italy. Not done those in a little while, and just kind of trying to finish up one of the last achievements in the Italia DLC. We won't come back for the next leg of this captain achievement next time. I think we'll start our journey to Spain, and we'll do that over a number of legs because we've got to go all the way from mid-Germany into Spain. And we do have episode 150 coming up. It's not that far away, so have a think about what might be a good thing to do for episode 150. Best idea is the one we might do, the one I'll consider doing. I'm not going to commit to anything just yet. And we will swap out our truck for the Renault in the next episode or two, so we can then get that achievement associated with driving all of the different manufacturers of truck at least 999 kilometres. Anyway, folks, if you did enjoy that, please hit that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.